Time having arrived, I call our last meeting of the City Council for the year 2024 to order. If you could just all please rise and help us salute our beautiful flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Folks, if you could just remain standing, I'd like to take a moment of silence for a firefighter that lost his life just this past week in the service, doing a job that he loved doing in the service of our great city. Jeffrey Albanese passed away last week, and it's with a touch of heart that I ask you for a moment of silence to remember this great Brockton. May he rest in peace.
Amen.
President.
Councillor Farwell.
Mr. President, I would like to move to take item number 2 out of order, suspend the rules, and act on it this evening.
Second.
A motion has been properly made and second to take number 2 out of order and act on this item this evening. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It carries. Mr. Clerk, number 2, please.
We have the appointments of the following 8 candidates to public safety positions with the Brockton Fire Department. These candidates were found suitable and met the requirements outlined by Chief Brian Nardelli. We have Mr. Jordan Chartier, Brockton, Mass. Ms. Yasmin Estrella, Brockton, Mass. Mr. Joshua T. French, Brockton, Mass. Mr. Samuel A. Hendrigan, Brockton, Mass. Mr. John R. Mahoney, Brockton, Mass. Mr. John M. McLaughlin, Brockton, Mass. Mr. Timothy J. Nuttall, Brockton, Mass. Mr. Tyrese D. Stroud of Brockton, Mass.
Candidates, if you could just please stand so you could be recognized. Congratulations on being selected. God bless you and keep you safe. Congratulations again.
Mr. President, I move that we act on this evening by roll call vote.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Yes.
Durancourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Nicastro.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the nomination is confirmed. Again, congratulations.
And I move reconsideration in the hope it does not prevail.
Second.
A motion for reconsideration with hopes that it does not prevail has been properly made in second. All those in favor of reconsideration? All those opposed? Reconsideration fails. Let's take a moment. Again, congratulations. Take a moment of recess so that we can take some pictures and congratulate you properly. We are back on. I was told to take it easy with the gavel there, so I'm going to try to do that. Mr. Clerk, agenda item number 1, please.
Item 1, we have the election of the city clerk and clerk to the council. Mr.
Councilor
President,
Farwell.
I would move that we suspend the rules and act on this evening.
Second.
A motion has been properly made and second to suspend the rules and act on agenda number 1 this evening. All those in favor of its suspension? Anyone opposed? It carries.
And Mr. President, one other request. I would like the city clerk just to outline a little bit about what his office does. I don't think people realize the importance of it and the processing of all the paperwork. It's not our employee, it's a city employee with birth certificates and death certificates. So I'd like to impose a couple of minutes of his time just to talk a little bit about what he does.
There are no objections. I don't see why not, Councillor.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. President. As most of you know, but a lot of people at home don't, it's really a twofold job. The clerk to the council is the clerk that you see on TV on Monday nights right here, setting up your meetings with working with the president and the various committee chairs to make sure that we do things, and our legal counsel, which I couldn't live without, to make sure that we have the meetings set up properly, legally, that are posted, that the agenda items are true and fair and properly presented to you, and also my staff, particularly Diane, make sure that always happens. Things like these appointments of the firefighters, there's a lot to it. They have to be done properly. And then the city clerk side of things is actually, as you mentioned, we are the keeper of all records that are not specifically mentioned by another department ordinance. So we're the keeper of birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates. We certify zoning and planning board decisions, and that there are no lawsuits against them. We also perform marriages in the office, need to be prepared for that. All of those records, and again, that have no specific mention, we have records dating back to 1848 here in the building, and we've been very busy, particularly this last year or so, because it's coming up to the end of the time when all of you need your real license, driver's license. Everybody needs a birth certificate for that. And there's quite a bit of work we do with Boston, with the Secretary of State's office on that. All of those records are not public records, most are, but we need to learn and know when they are and when they're not. So there is quite a bit of work that goes with that. And again, I've told you before at budget time, I think most of you know what a great staff I have down in the clerk's office, and we couldn't live without it. And it's, I love the job, and I appreciate being here, and hope to be here for another 3 years.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Any questions for our clerk? With that being said, I would request that we open nominations for...
Mr. President, I would like to nominate Mr. Tim Cruz as our clerk.
Second.
Nomination has been made to appoint Tim Cruz as our clerk and has been properly seconded.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to close nominations.
Second.
And nominations have now been closed. So now the question comes to us on confirmation by a roll call. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Mr. Timothy Cruz.
Durancourt.
Mr. Cruz.
Farwell.
Timothy Cruz.
Griffin.
Tim Cruz.
Lally.
Timothy Cruz.
Castro.
Timothy Cruz.
Rodriguez.
Timothy Cruz.
Tavares.
Timothy Cruz.
Texera.
Timothy Cruz.
Thompson.
Mr. Timothy Cruz.
That's 10 for Timothy Cruz.
And the appointment is confirmed.
Mr. President,
Madam Counsel from Ward 7.
I move for reconsideration in hopes it does not prevail.
Second.
A motion for reconsideration with hopes that it does not prevail has been properly made and second. All those in favor of reconsideration? All those opposed? Reconsideration fails. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you, councilors.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
Mr. Clerk, back to work.
Exactly.
Agenda Item number 3, please.
Let's move along. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll go to item 3, reappointment of Mr. John O'Donnell of Rock Meadow Drive, Brockton, Mass. as chairman to the Brockton Board of Assessors for a 3-year term ending in December 2027.
That will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
We have the appointment of Mrs. Wadazar McCullough, Ms. Dr. PhD, MPH, CPH of 47 West Elm Street, Brockton, Mass. to serve on the Brockton Board of Health for a 3-year term or until the Health and Human Services Commissioner position is filled.
That, too, will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
We have a hearing. We have the petition of Mass Electric Company, DBA National Grid, and Verizon New England, Inc. to install one JO pole on East Ashland Street, beginning at a point approximately 50 feet southwest of the center line of the intersection of East Ashland Street, installing new riser pole 11-50 to feed new underground transformer located at 100 East Ashland Street. In City Clerk's office, October 30, 2024. Hearing assigned for December 23, 2024. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Jamous, and I work for National Grid at 100 East Ashland Street, Brockton, Massachusetts. Just to kind of enlighten you a little bit on the project, we're putting in that new pole to bring in primary. It's right up against the black fence in front of the National Grid property. We are putting in new EV chargers for the work trucks that are eventually going to become EVs. So that's the reason for the transformer.
Is there anyone, councilors, do you want to say something? Anybody? Is there anyone else here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Going once, going twice, hearing none. That portion is closed. Is there anyone here in opposition to this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I'll declare that portion closed. The question now comes to us on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting? All those opposed? It's granted. Thank you, sir.
Item 6, we have the petition of GTE Brockton LLC, DBA Botera, seeks to modify the corporate structure of its existing limited liability company to allow it to be restructured as an employee stock ownership plan, an employee benefit plan that will allow the ultimate ownership of the license to be held by a trust for the benefit of the company's employees. GTE Brockton LLC would continue to be directly owned by Green Tech Enterprises, Inc., Green Tech, but all of the shares of Green Tech will be transferred to a trust called the Green Tech ESOP Trust, where they will be held for the benefit of the employees, no changes in day-to-day operations. And this has been approved by the License Commission, and as you know from our ordinance, we then approve their vote.
Does any counselor has any questions or anything you'd like to bring up, or?
Just if there was anybody here to present.
You can bring them up.
You can come up, sir, and just provide your name and address to the clerk.
Hi, my name is Phil Silverman. I'm here from Vicente LLP in 800 Boylston Street, Boston, Mass., representing GTE Brockton LLC. So your explanation kind of set it out. We're seeking to modify the corporate structure of the company. And what it's going to be is ultimately, it will be owned by a trust which operates for the benefits of the employees of the company. So right now, GTE Brockton LLC is owned by a company called Green Tech Enterprises, Inc., okay? But the ownership of that company will be in what's known as the Green Tech ESOP Trust, and that is operated, as I said, for the benefit of the employees. These types of arrangements are becoming very popular these days for a couple of reasons. One, there are tax benefits to the company for doing this, so it really strengthens the bottom line of these companies in what has become a very competitive environment in the marijuana industry. But the second thing is it allows ownership for the employees, which incentivizes the employees. It's just also proven to be very, very good for the companies. So other than that, there are no real changes to what you would see, no changes in the day-to-day operation. The manager of the company right now, a gentleman named Chirag Patel, he will be the trustee of the trust, so management is all the same, no noticeable differences.
Any questions, councilors? Well, the question is now on granting by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak,
Yes.
DeRaincourt,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
Lally,
Yes.
Nicastro,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Tavares,
Yes.
Texera,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
And the petition is granted.
Great, thank you.
Congratulations and best of luck, sir. Number 7, Mr.
Item 7, we have the report of the Finance Committee for its meeting of December 16th, 2024.
That will be accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Fire Chief informing you that they have selected 8 candidates for the appointments to the Brockton Fire Department. These candidates were found suitable for a public safety position with the Brockton Fire Department.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the mayor reappointing Mr. John O'Donnell of 30 Rock Meadow Drive, Brockton, Mass. as chairman of the Brockton Board of Assessors for a 3-year term ending December 2027.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor appointing Ms. Wadeza McCullough, Dr. H., PhD, MPH, CPH of 47 West Elm Street, Brockton, Mass. to serve on the Brockton Board of Health for a 3-year term or until the Health and Human Services Commissioner position is filled.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from Jane McNulty, grant writer in the Finance Department, requesting a residency waiver under Section 2-110 of the Ordinances of the City of Brockton.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Director of Veteran Services requesting to accept and expend the donation of 34 winter care packages from the Coats for Vets program. The Director estimates that the total value is $3,400 through $5,000 in goods. They will be distributed to veterans who live in Brockton.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Chief of Police requesting authorization to expend grant monies related to the address verification program of $6,500 from the Sex Offender Registry Board.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the BPD grant writer relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
That too is accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council authorize the transfer of $100,000. These funds will supplement the initial Community Compact Grant Award received by the city.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Unfinished business, we have the appointment of Mrs. Harriet Beasley of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging Board of Directors as a permanent member for a 3-year term and ending in December 2027. In City Council, December 9th, 2024. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Yes.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Nicastro.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
And the order is confirmed.
Item 25, ordered in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council approve the tax increment exemption agreement tie between the City of Brockton and 117 North Main LLC for the property located at 117 North Main Street. In City Council, December 9th, 2024. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Yes.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Nicastro.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 26, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $39,600 from Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency to Brockton Emergency Management Agency. In City Council, December 9th, 2024. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
And the question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Yes.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Nicastro.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 27, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $791,667 from the Department of Public Health to the City of Brockton. In City Council, December 9th, 2024. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak.
Yes.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Nicastro.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 28, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $55,000 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security to the City of Brockton. In City Council, December 9th, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak?
Yes.
Raincourt?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
Yes.
Lally? Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
And the
11 in
order
the
is
affirmative.
adopted. Sorry about that.
Item 29, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $850,000 from the Department of Housing and Urban Development to the City of Brockton. In City Council, December 9th, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
And the question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak?
Yes.
Raincourt?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 30, ordered that the following named sum be, and the same is hereby transferred, as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Transfer of $100,000 from DPW Stormwater Department Equipment to DPW Stormwater Consultants. In City Council, December 9th, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak?
Yes.
Raincourt?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 31, resolve, in recognition of the Brockton Garden Club's 95th anniversary, longtime member Jackie Bonarigo will present to the City Council the Garden Club's involvement, as well as some of the exciting projects and events planned in our community. In City Council, December 9th, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a hand vote. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It carries.
Item 32, we have an ordinance prohibiting camping on public property. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton as attached.
Madam President, I'd like to postpone this matter, both until January 13th.
Second.
A motion has been properly made and second to postpone this matter, number 32, to our council meeting on January 13th. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Postponement to the 13th it is.
Item 33, we have an ordinance prohibiting loitering in public places. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton as follows, as attached. In City Council, August 26, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Ordinance. That report was favorable as amended. In City Council, October 28, 2024, passed to a third reading as amended by a hand vote. At the November 12, 2024 City Council meeting, ordained as amended by a roll call vote taken by yeas and nays, 11 members present and 9 voting in the affirmative. Councilors Duranencourt and Tavares in the negative. Councilor Griffin motioned to file for reconsideration with the wish that it not prevail and was properly seconded. Reconsideration failed by a hand vote. On November 25, 2024, Mayor Robert Sullivan submitted his veto on the ordinance. Councilor Thompson motioned to postpone at the December 9, 2024 City Council meeting. It was properly seconded. The motion carried by a hand vote. The question is on the mayor's veto of the ordinance.
Mr. President, I make a motion to postpone this matter until our next City Council meeting on January 13th.
Second.
A motion has been properly made and second to postpone this item until January 13th. All those in favor? You want to go on the motion?
Mr. President, on the motion, even though I am in favor of postponing these two ordinances, but I hope that, coming January, that we will have the gut to vote on it, because I feel like, we are playing some kind of games, with this ordinance. I mean, in my view, if somebody is willing to put their name on it, we must have the courage to either vote in favor or against it. And I came tonight with full force to kill this in collaboration with my colleagues. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until January to get rid of this. And I hope that, that would be the last time that we will postpone this. And my colleagues, in collaboration with myself, will come up with the right conclusion for the resident of Brockton. I just want to say this on the motion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor. A motion has been properly made in second to postpone this item to January 13th. All those in favor of its postponement? Anyone opposed? To the 13th it goes.
Item 34, ordered in accordance with Section 2-110 of the Ordinances of the City of Brockton, requesting a waiver of the city's residency requirement for grant writer Ms. Jane McNulty.
That will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
Item 35, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation of 34 winter care packages for a total value of $5,000 from Coach for Vets Program to Veteran Services Department.
Council Lally?
Mr. President,
Okay. Council McCash.
I'm going to make a motion to suspend the rules and act on this one tonight.
Second.
A motion has been properly made in second to suspend the rules and act on this item this evening. All those in favor of its postponement? All those opposed? It carries.
Questions on adoption?
Do we have any questions on this particular thing? Since I believe the Director of Veteran Services here, does anybody have any questions? Any concerns? No? Okay, well,
Questions
Madam
on
Clerk?
adoption?
Azak?
the question is on adoption by roll call. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Azak?
Yes.
Durancourt?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes,
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
11 in the affirmative.
and the order is adopted. See, I wasn't the only one that was in a hurry to get through that stuff. Congratulations, ma'am, and best of luck with this program.
Item 36, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $6,500 from the Executive Office of Public Safety to the Brockton Police Department.
That will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
Item 37, ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby transferred as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Transfer of $100,000 from certified free cash to Community Compact Grant Fund.
That, too, will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
We have a resolved, whereas there has been an increase in motor vehicle collisions and related accidents throughout the city. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Brockton City Council to discuss before the Public Safety Committee the rise in vehicle collisions throughout the city and to discuss public safety concerns and responses to addressing motor vehicle and roadway safety in the city of Brockton.
That, too, will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
Can I ask?
You want to send this to Public Safety? All right, so we're going to, it will be referred to the Committee on Public Safety and Finance?
And Finance, you can do that. That's all I have. I don't know, we caucus later.
Councilors, that's the end of our agenda. Is there any moments of recognition that the councilors, Councilor Durancourt, Minicello, nothing on the wrong side of the track? Nothing on this side? No. Go ahead, Councilor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe it was one of our colleagues' birthday. I believe it was Maria Tavares' birthday, Mr. President. I just want to, say happy birthday to our colleague, and also, Maria, it's not just you. It was also my mom's birthday, who just turned 73. So in the spirit of, Christmas, if not collaboration, I would like to ask my colleague to at least say happy birthday to our colleague, and also my mother, Ruth Bryan Denley, a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Councilor.
Thank you.
Councilor Minicello.
I arrived after the vote with respect to the city clerk, but I just wanted to say on the record that I fully endorse our clerk and that he's been nothing but supportive, knowledgeable, and his history and his experience, I think, have certainly helped me and I believe helped this body. So I just wanted to state that for the record.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor, I don't know if you know this or not, but I voted twice, one for me, one for
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just wanted to make sure.
All in the spirit of Christmas and charity.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
They're the best.
Councilor Tavares and then Councilor Isaac.
Wait, I just want to say thank you for Mr. Clerk. For me, you've been tremendous, good resource, and all you guys been family to me, which all you guys, I can never do what I'm done. And then I totally appreciate it to the bottom of my heart, the way you work with your team. Actually, you guys are amazing. I can't do this without you guys. Just want to say for the record.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Councilor Azak.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Well, congratulations on your reappointment, Mr. Clerk, and I'm going to echo my colleagues' words. I mean, you help us, your office helps us do our job, so thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you very much.
I would like to wish everybody at home no matter what holiday you celebrate, you will be celebrating all together this year. So whether it's Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Kwanzaa, I think they all land around the 25th or the 26th. So I hope everybody has a happy holiday. Enjoy your time and with family, and we will see you all here back next year.
Well, Councilor, I also want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, since this is the last meeting of 2024. We're going to come back a year, I was going to say younger, but I don't know how that's going to work, but I think at least wiser by next year. We should all come back. So for the folks that are here, my colleagues, Happy New Year. Councilor Durancourt, did you want to chime in and say something again?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. I believe, if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Clerk, I believe this might be your last meeting. It's a possible.
One finance meeting.
Okay, well, in the spirit of that, I just want to say, on the council meeting, Mr. President, I just want to publicly acknowledge your leadership, your determination and commitment to work with all of us. And obviously, for people who may not know it, being up there can be somewhat challenging. And of course, each of us has our own personality, and sometimes it comes out, openly. And for the folks who are watching at home is the fact that, we were all elected and we voted to pick someone. And I think the choice that we made was not a bad one. It was a wonderful choice. And I think each of us can attest to that. And I know it has not been easy for you, and given the fact that you have the age, you have the experience, you have the knowledge, but also you have the gut.
I was just going to say something nice.
And it's okay. in the spirit of collaboration, when it's come down to politics, and I think the Brockton City Council so far has demonstrated our capacity to work together. Of course, we have tough issues whereby the debate might be tough, but at the end of the day, we are all colleagues. Even though, we may not agree on everything, but one thing that we agree on is to serve every single resident in the city. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter whether you are at large or ward. What we do in this chamber, we do it for the benefit of all of us. You voted for us to have different ideas, different views, but one thing that we have in common, we are here to represent the people. And this young man over there, I believe he just turned 21 years old, has been doing a wonderful job. 22? Well, that's good. Has been doing a wonderful job. So I think it's important, Mr. President, to acknowledge that, because I don't want, it's when you're gone after 50 years from now, people are talking about Moses Rodriguez was a wonderful man. I just want to publicly state it that. Merry Christmas to you on behalf of my colleagues and also my family. Thank you, Mr. President.
I think you ended it pretty decent there, because I was... but again, guests that are here tonight, as Councilor Durancourt said, we're here for you. We're here to serve your purpose. A lot of times we have our own issues, our own biases that we bring into this particular thing, but we're here for you. And if it wasn't for the voters of this city, none of us would be sitting here. So it's an honor and privilege to serve both you and the colleagues that I have. On the 13th of January, I'll be sitting somewhere around here. We'll figure that stuff out when we go to our caucus later on today. But the goal of every single person, and I believe this council has done some great work this year, especially with all the issues we have had, the bounces back and forth with the school department and the bumps that we've had on the road as we've moved into 2024. I think we've done a decent job for the taxpayers and the residents of this city, so you should all be congratulated for your efforts and the work that we've all put together. That being said, as I said, this is the last meeting of this year. We're going to go into a little caucus that we normally do to decide who's going to be the next president of the City Council for 2025. We will not be coming back this evening, so With that being said, and having no further business of the people, for the people of the city of Brockton, this meeting is adjourned.